You say you want success, you dream of power, achievement, and a life of discipline. Yet when the moment comes to act, you hesitate, you procrastinate, you waste time. Deep down, you know this. You are ambitious, but lazy. And that contradiction is slowly destroying your future. The world tells you that motivation is the answer, that if you just find your passion, everything will fall into place. But the Stoics knew the truth. Passion is fleeting, but discipline is eternal. They had a cure for laziness that forged emperors, warriors, and philosophers, men who built legacies. In the next few minutes, you will learn their secret, a method so powerful that once you apply it, laziness will no longer control you. Let's begin. The hidden enemy. Why ambition alone will never save you. You believe that ambition is enough, that simply wanting success will eventually lead you there. But that's a lie. If ambition alone created success, the world wouldn't be filled with so many frustrated, unfulfilled dreamers. Think about it. How many people do you know who talk endlessly about their plans, their goals, their grand vision of the future, yet never take action? They live in a world of someday, waiting for the right moment, the perfect opportunity. And as the years slip away, so does their potential. The hard truth? Ambition without action is a slow poison. It deceives you into feeling like you're making progress when, in reality, you're standing still. The Stoic truth: action is everything. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world at the time, understood this deeply. As emperor of Rome, he could have lived in luxury, indulging in every comfort. But instead, he wrote to himself daily, reminding himself that, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This is the difference between those who succeed and those who don't. Ambition dreams, discipline acts. The Stoics had no patience for wishful thinking. Epictetus warned that people deceive themselves into believing they are something simply because they desire it. He said, "You may be fluent in philosophy, but if your actions do not align, you are nothing but a mere speaker of words." The Stoics did not admire ambition, they admired execution. The modern-day trap: the illusion of progress. In today's world, ambition is celebrated, but not in the way it should be. We love to talk about our goals, share our vision, and post about our dreams. But here's the brutal reality. Talking about your ambition gives you a false sense of progress. It tricks your brain into believing you've done something when you haven't moved an inch. Social media, self-help books, and endless goal setting can create an illusion of productivity. But the Stoics would ask you this: what have you actually done? Have you taken real, concrete steps toward your goal? Or are you just indulging in the fantasy of achievement? Your wake-up call: the cost of inaction. Every moment you spend just thinking about success instead of acting on it, you are wasting your potential. The future you imagine will not magically appear. You must build it, one disciplined action at a time. And here's the painful but liberating truth. It doesn't matter how ambitious you are. If you lack the discipline to act, you will lose to someone less talented, but more consistent. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, they all understood this one thing. Without disciplined action, ambition is nothing but an empty promise to yourself. So the question is, will you remain a dreamer or will you become a doer? The Stoic cure: how Marcus Aurelius conquered procrastination. You wake up full of plans, convinced that today will be different. But then you hesitate. You reach for your phone, scroll for a few minutes, maybe an hour. The day moves forward, and so do your excuses. By nightfall, the work remains undone, and you tell yourself, tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius faced this exact battle. Despite ruling the most powerful empire in the world, he fought against the same enemy you do, his own mind. So how did he win? He left behind the answer in his private journal, now known as Meditations, a brutally honest record of his inner struggles. In it, he gives us the Stoic cure for procrastination. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain about if I'm going to do what I was born to do? The root of procrastination: comfort versus purpose. Marcus Aurelius knew that every day we face a choice: comfort or purpose. Most people choose comfort. Another hour of sleep, another distraction, another delay. But the Stoic path is about duty, about doing what must be done, not what feels good. He reminded himself that he wasn't born for leisure but for action, that his purpose as a human being was to contribute, to build, to serve. This is the shift you must make. Instead of seeing work as an obligation, see it as your duty, your purpose, your reason for being. The simple Stoic rule: just begin. Aurelius also understood that the hardest part of any task is simply starting. Once you take the first step, momentum takes over. His philosophy aligns perfectly with what modern psychology tells us today. The 5-minute rule. If you don't feel like working, commit to just 5 minutes. Most of the time, once you start, you keep going. The do-it-now mindset. Instead of debating whether you should act, remove the decision entirely. When it's time to work, work, no negotiation. Marcus Aurelius would say, you don't have to feel like it, you just have to do it. Discipline over motivation. We often wait for motivation, but motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes like the wind. The Stoics knew that only discipline leads to real results. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Procrastination is not an external force, it's a battle within, and you have the power to win it. Your next move. Right now you have a choice. Remain trapped in the cycle of delay or act. What will it be? Pain over comfort. Why discipline is the only path to freedom. You crave freedom. Freedom from stress, from struggle, from the weight of unfinished goals. But here's the paradox. The more you chase comfort, the more you become a slave to it. Most people believe that freedom means doing whatever they want, whenever they want. But the Stoics knew the truth. Real freedom comes from discipline. Without it, your desires control you. Your emotions dictate your actions. Your weaknesses make decisions for you. Comfort is a trap. Discipline is the key. The hard truth: comfort weakens you. Look around. We live in a world designed for ease, instant gratification, entertainment on demand, fast food, and effortless distraction. Yet, despite all this comfort, people are more anxious, depressed, and unfulfilled than ever before. Why? Because comfort does not make you stronger. It robs you of your potential. Seneca warned against this over 2,000 years ago. We must be disciplined in our desires so that we may be calm in our fears. If you let yourself be ruled by comfort, you will never develop the strength to handle discomfort. And life is full of discomfort: failure, loss, hardship, setbacks. The only way to be free from suffering is to train yourself to endure it. The Stoic secret: pain is the path. The greatest Stoics, warriors, and leaders all understood this. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is your teacher. Marcus Aurelius, a man who led Rome through war, plague, and betrayal, refused to let hardship weaken him. He embraced it, writing, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This is the essence of Stoic discipline. When you stop running from pain, you realize it was shaping you all along. Struggling to wake up early? That struggle makes you stronger. Finding it hard to work out? That pain builds your resilience. Facing failure? That failure teaches you the lessons comfort never could. The choice: easy now, hard later, or hard now, easy later. Every moment you make a choice. Take the easy path now and suffer later. Regret, weakness, and a life controlled by impulses. Take the hard path now and be free later. Stronger, sharper, and in control of your destiny. The Stoics trained themselves for hardship so that when real adversity came, they were already prepared. Epictetus, who was born a slave and became one of the greatest philosophers in history, said, "How long will you wait before you demand the best of yourself?" Your next move. Pain is coming whether you seek it or not. You can either suffer under its weight or use it to build yourself into something unstoppable. The choice is yours. The 5-second rule of action: how to break free from laziness instantly. You know the feeling. You tell yourself you'll start working, start exercising, start changing your life. But then, you hesitate. And in that hesitation, you lose. Your brain starts making excuses. "I'll do it later. I don't feel ready. Maybe tomorrow." And just like that, Another opportunity slips away. The Stoics had no patience for hesitation. They knew that action, not thought, not planning, was the key to transformation. And that's where the 5-second rule of action comes in. The mind's greatest trick, overthinking, boner paralysis. The human brain is wired to seek comfort and avoid effort. That's why, when faced with an uncomfortable action, your mind instantly creates resistance. You think about going to the gym, your brain reminds you how tired you are. You sit down to work, suddenly checking your phone feels urgent. You plan to start a new habit? Your mind whispers, "Start tomorrow." Marcus Aurelius warned against this very trap. You don't have to turn this into something, it doesn't have to upset you, it's just a reminder. You have work to do. The longer you think about an action, the less likely you are to take it. Your mind tricks you into waiting. The 5-second rule, a Stoic's weapon against procrastination. Here's the cure, count down from 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, move.
That's it. The moment you feel resistance, take action immediately. This rule works because it bypasses the brain's resistance. It stops overthinking before it starts. Want to wake up early? The moment your alarm rings, count down and get up. Struggling to start working? Count down and begin typing. Hesitating before a workout? Count down and start moving. This method aligns perfectly with the Stoic principle of just begin. Why this works, the science behind the rule. Modern psychology confirms what the Stoics knew centuries ago. Action creates momentum. The Zeigarnik effect. Your brain hates unfinished tasks. Once you start, you feel compelled to continue. Activation energy. The hardest part is the first step. Once you overcome that, the rest feels easier. Marcus Aurelius put it best. Don't waste time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Your challenge, use it now. Right now you have something you've been avoiding. A task, a habit, a goal.
Don't wait. Count down from 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. The difference between the person who succeeds and the person who stays stuck is action. Which one will you be? Memento Mori, the Stoic mindset shift that makes every second count. You will die, maybe years from now, maybe sooner than you think. Most people hear this and recoil. They distract themselves, pretending life is endless. But the Stoics knew the truth. The more you avoid death, the more you waste life. Memento Mori, remember you must die. This wasn't just a phrase, it was a weapon against procrastination, laziness, and fear. A daily reminder that time is slipping away, and every moment wasted is a moment you will never get back. Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Death is not the enemy, wasting life is." The modern world fears death. We act as if we have forever, but this illusion is the greatest thief of all. Seneca warned against this when he said, "You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire." You fear failure, so you delay taking action. You fear discomfort, so you stay in your comfort zone. You fear judgment, so you never chase what truly matters to you. But here's the truth, none of it matters in the end. You will die. So will everyone you know. The only question is, what will you do with the time you have left? The urgency of now, how the Stoics used death as motivation. Memento Mori isn't about depression, it's about urgency. Epictetus told his students to never put off what mattered. Seneca urged people to live immediately, not someday. Marcus Aurelius used death as a reason to focus, to act, to lead. They didn't see death as a distant event. They lived every day as if it was their last. Because one day it will be. Your wake-up call, the time you have left. Right now you are running out of time. How many days have you wasted? How much time have you spent worrying instead of acting? If today was your last day, would you be proud of how you lived? You don't have forever, you have now. So ask yourself, if you truly understood that your time is limited, what would you do differently? Because the Stoics knew, the only way to truly live is to remember that you will die. Your next move. Stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop acting like you have all the time in the world. You don't. So start living right now. Ruthless execution. The daily system that will transform your life. You don't need more motivation. You don't need another self-help book. What you need is a system, a way to eliminate hesitation, crush distractions, and take massive action every single day. The Stoics didn't wait for the right time to act. They had a system for execution, a philosophy that turned thoughts into results. Marcus Aurelius, despite ruling the Roman Empire, did not allow chaos, laziness, or distraction to control him. He followed a strict daily system to ensure that every day was spent moving forward, not wasted in thought, fear, or hesitation. And if you want real success, you must do the same. Why most people fail? No system, no discipline. Most people live by emotion. They do what they feel like doing. If they don't feel motivated, they procrastinate. If a task seems difficult, they avoid it. This is why they fail. The Stoics had a brutal realization. Emotion is unreliable. Only discipline creates results. Seneca put it clearly. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. You don't need luck. You need a system that removes decision-making and forces you to execute no matter how you feel. The Stoic system of ruthless execution. The Stoics mastered the daily system of action. If you follow it, you will eliminate hesitation, destroy procrastination, and build relentless discipline. Step 1. Win the first battle of the day. Marcus Aurelius said, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, 'I have to go to work as a human being.'" Your first decision of the day sets the tone for everything that follows. If you snooze your alarm, you've lost your first battle. If you get up immediately, you've already won. Momentum begins the moment you wake up. Win that first decision and the rest of the day follows. Step 2. Remove decision fatigue. Plan ahead. Most people fail because they waste energy deciding what to do. The Stoics had no patience for this. Marcus Aurelius journaled every morning to clarify his priorities. Seneca structured his day in advance to eliminate distractions. You must create a system where execution is automatic. The night before, write down exactly what you need to do, no vague goals, no guesswork. In the morning, follow the plan without thinking, without debating. Act. Step 3, the 2-minute rule. Crush procrastination instantly. The biggest obstacle to execution? Starting. The solution, the 2-minute rule. If a task feels overwhelming, commit to just 2 minutes. Need to work out, just do 2 minutes of movement. Need to write, just type for 2 minutes. Need to make a tough decision? Take 2 minutes and act. Once you start, you will keep going. Step 4. The accountability rule. Daily review and brutal honesty. Seneca believed in one final powerful habit: daily self-reflection. Every night he asked himself, "What did I do today? What mistakes did I make? What can I improve?" You cannot grow if you don't measure your progress. Every day ask yourself, did I execute my plan? Where did I hesitate? What must I fix tomorrow? The final truth, execution is everything. You will not rise to the level of your goals. You will fall to the level of your system. If you wait for motivation, you will fail. If you rely on discipline alone, you will struggle. But if you create an automatic system of execution, you will win. No hesitation, no debate, just ruthless, disciplined action. Your next move. Right now you have 2 choices. Close this video, forget everything, and stay exactly where you are. Start building your system of execution today. Final words, the choice is yours. Everything we've covered, Memento Mori, ruthless execution, discipline, and the Stoic mindset is useless unless you act. The truth is brutal but simple. No one is coming to save you. No one will do the work for you. Your dreams, your success, your future, they all depend on whether you choose action or excuses. Marcus Aurelius knew this when he wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." So, what will you do? Will you keep waiting, keep hesitating, keep wasting time? Or will you finally take control, ruthlessly execute, push past resistance, and live as the person you were meant to be? Your next move. If you're serious about change, prove it. Comment below. What's one thing you've been procrastinating on that you will execute today? Like and subscribe if you're ready to embrace the Stoic way, a life of action, discipline, and purpose. And if you're truly committed, watch this next video, where we break down the most powerful Stoic mindset shift of all, amor fati, loving everything that happens. Because once you master this, nothing will ever shake you again.